Did you know that some of the largest fires on Earth are not on the surface? They're actually burning underground, and have been for centuries, even millennia. These aren't your typical forest fires. They're something else entirely, often more powerful and much, much harder to extinguish. Today, we're diving deep into the world's largest and most persistent fires, exploring these incredible natural and man-made phenomena. Let us start with a place that sounds like it's straight out of a fantasy novel, the Burning Mountain in Australia. Its real name is Mount Wingan, which means fire in the local Aboriginal language, and for good reason. Deep beneath this mountain, a coal seam has been burning for at least 6,000 years. Imagine that, a fire that started before the pyramids of Egypt were even built. It's the oldest known natural coal fire in the world. So how does this happen? A coal seam, which is a layer of coal underground, somehow gets ignited. This could be from a lightning strike, a forest fire on the surface, or even spontaneous combustion. Once it starts, the fire slowly smolders along the coal seam, moving at a snail's pace of about 1 meter per year. It's a slow-motion disaster. The ground above the fire is often barren and cracked, with hot smoke and toxic gases like carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide seeping out. It's a truly alien landscape. Trying to put it out is practically impossible. You'd have to excavate the entire mountain, which is just not feasible. So the burning mountain will likely continue its slow burn for thousands more years. Now, let's travel from ancient natural fire to a more modern, man-made inferno, Centralia, Pennsylvania. This story is a classic example of a small mistake leading to a massive, long-term catastrophe. Back in 1962, the town of Centralia had a problem with its landfill. To clean it up, firefighters set a controlled burn, a common practice at the time. The problem was, the landfill was located in an old, abandoned anthracite coal mine pit. The fire wasn't properly extinguished, and it found its way into the labyrinth of coal seams running beneath the entire town. At first, nobody really noticed, but over the years, strange things started happening. Smoke billowed from cracks in the ground, basements became dangerously hot, and the ground itself started to sink. The fire was spreading, creating a toxic, unstable environment right under people's homes. In 1981, a 12-year-old boy nearly died when a sinkhole suddenly opened up beneath him in his backyard. He was saved by his cousin, but the incident drew national attention to Centralia's plight. The government spent millions trying to control the fire, but it was like trying to fight a dragon in its lair. The network of mine tunnels was too complex, the fire too deep. Eventually, they gave up. In the 1980s and 90s, the government bought out most of the properties, and the town was officially abandoned. Today, Centralia is a modern-day ghost town. Roads are buckled and cracked, smoke still rises from the earth, and warning signs are everywhere. A handful of residents refuse to leave and still live there. But for all intents and purposes, the town is gone, consumed by the fire that burns beneath it. Experts believe there's enough coal down there to fuel the fire for another 250 years. These underground fires aren't just isolated incidents. They're a global problem. In China, it's estimated that coal seam fires burn up to 200 million tons of coal each year. That's a staggering amount, releasing immense quantities of carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the atmosphere, contributing significantly to air pollution and climate change. One of the most famous examples was the Rujigu coalfield fires. which burned for over 50 years before a massive project finally managed to extinguish them in 2004. The effort was monumental, involving moving mountains of earth and pumping in tons of water and grout. India also faces a massive problem with coal fires, particularly in the Jharia coalfield. This area is home to some of the densest clusters of underground fires in the world, some of which have been burning for over a century. The situation there is dire. The land is subsiding, homes are collapsing, and the air is thick with toxic fumes. For the hundreds of thousands of people living there, it's a daily reality of danger and health problems. These fires are a legacy of old mining practices, and extinguishing them is an incredibly complex and expensive challenge. But not all of Earth's giant fires are underground. And you can't talk about gas craters without mentioning the door to hell in Turkmenistan. Its official name is the Darvaza gas crater. This fiery pit, about 70 meters wide, has been burning continuously since 1971. The story goes that Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas in the area. The ground beneath their drilling rig collapsed, creating a large crater and releasing a massive plume of methane gas. Methane is a potent greenhouse gas, and worried about its spread, the geologists decided to light it on fire. They thought it would burn off in a few weeks. Well, that was over 50 years ago, and it's still burning today. The crater is a spectacular, if terrifying, sight, especially at night. It glows like a gateway to another world, attracting tourists from all over. Efforts to extinguish it have been discussed, but the sheer volume of gas feeding the flames makes it an immense challenge. It's a stark reminder of the power locked beneath our feet and the unintended consequences of our actions. These massive, enduring fires are fascinating and terrifying. They show us a different side of our planet, a world of slow, relentless combustion and explosive power. While some, like Mount Wingen, are natural wonders, many others, like Centralia and the door to hell, are cautionary tales. They highlight the long-lasting environmental impact of resource extraction and the difficulty of fixing our mistakes once they remade. Beyond coal and gas, we also have to consider the massive wildfires that have become increasingly common in recent years. We're talking about megafires, which are single fires or complexes of fires that burn more than 100,000 acres. These are not your average forest fires. They are so large and intense that they can create their own weather systems, generating pyrocumulambus clouds, fiery thunderstorms that can spread embers and start new fires miles away. The 2019 to 2020 bushfire season in Australia, known as the Black Summer, was a terrifying example. An estimated 46 million acres burned. That's an area larger than the country of Syria. The fires had a devastating impact on wildlife, killing or displacing nearly 3 billion animals. The smoke was so extensive that it circumnavigated the globe, causing air quality issues thousands of miles away. Similarly, in recent years, places like California, Siberia, and the Amazon have experienced record-breaking fire seasons. The Siberian fires of 2021 were particularly alarming, burning an area larger than Greece. What's scary is that many of these fires occurred in the Arctic Circle, burning on permafrost. As the permafrost thaws due to warming temperatures, it releases vast amounts of carbon and methane that have been locked away for millennia. When this organic-rich soil, known as peat, catches fire, it can smolder for months or even years, much like a coal seam fire, releasing even more greenhouse gases in a dangerous feedback loop. So, what connects all these giant fires? Whether it's a 6,000-year-old coal seam, an abandoned town, a burning gas crater, or a continent-spanning megafire, they all demonstrate the incredible, untamable power of fire. They are driven by a simple triangle of fuel, oxygen, and heat. But on this massive scale, that simple formula creates phenomena that can alter landscapes, change climates, and last for generations. Understanding these fires is more important than ever. As our planet warms, the conditions for megafires become more common. And our legacy of mining and drilling has left behind ticking time bombs in the form of underground fires. These aren't just local disasters. They are global issues that affect our air, our climate, and our future. They are a powerful, burning reminder of the delicate balance of our planet and the responsibility we have to protect it. Thanks so much for watching. It's a pretty intense topic, but a really important one. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders and challenges of our world. Let me know in the comments which of these fires you found most incredible. Stay curious and see you next time.